welcome back to RPGeeks, where science geeks roll dice and tell stories. We are the RPGeeks. We're for #professional science communicators. We like playing tabletop role-playing games. We like talking about science, the science that comes up. Thank you to everyone who is joining us today. Hello, everyone who's live, watching live on Twitch. Live. We've pre-recorded this. We're not live, but hi anyway. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you. If you're watching on the podcasts, no, you can't be watching on the podcast.
If you're watching the podcast, congratulations. That is a nature paper right there.
If you're listening on the podcast and we are bad at describing things, let us know, because we're trying to remember to describe things for our lovely audio people. So
when we start doing stupid hand motions rather than doing
entire
actual
mime scenes.
Yeah. That was literally the first time we all played together with maybe this could be a thing. We recorded we recorded this game and we just played a game of Fate, and we were on the top of an elevator. And then we all just started miming at each other, and we were like, well, this is awful podcast content.
That was the ASM RPG origins.
The original ASM RPG.
I'm sure we've got it somewhere. I've definitely got that recording somewhere. And oh god, Ali and his scary Scottish characters.
I rolled to hit, and it's a 10 to hit.
Oh, that is nice, actually.
That would be quite good for Ali sound effects of mountains of insects chasing us, which happened in our last campaign.
Oh.
I'm just
going to clickety clackety
medication out of my my blister pack.
Oh! Okay, stop. I hate it.
Before
It's in
I
my
attack,
ears.
I'm just going to
We're
crunkle
down.
up this piece of paper.
No, I don't want it. Stop it. Stop it.
So
Can we just whisper the entire time?
I don't want to.
Okay.
Let's just talk normally.
Side note, this has become an absolute thing in the Star Trek podcast I listen to. Whenever they talk about Janeway blowing up the Voyager, it's just like, hey guys, don't tell anyone, but I'm going to blow up the fucking ship. Okay. Hey,
Not
computer.
again, Janeway, no. So this is you're joining us for episode 2 of our new campaign. If you missed episode 1, it's probably still on wherever you're watching this, or hopefully on one of the other platforms: YouTube, podcast, Twitch. Those are the places. There'll be a little recap, but you get to meet all the characters and they're great. This is episode 2 of our exciting 12-part series.
Woo.
Which will include, excitingly, some breaks for science. Science is happening. So I believe next week, in fact.
No. Really?
Yeah.
After episode 2?
Yeah.
We changed
Huge
it
true.
when you weren't paying
Yes,
attention.
because I'm not here. Yes.
Because we don't have an Emily Bates, so we thought we'd do some science next week. So if you're feeling like we're shortchanging you on the nerdy facts, join us next week. But for now, let's get going. Let's start off.
Before we do get going, one thing
Yeah.
that we should say is another reason that you should be watching the show is because of our fantastic character art.
Yes.
Oh, yes!
Which we didn't talk about last time.
Yeah, thank you, Simon.
To peek behind the scenes, it was because we had some of the art but not all of it. You will have seen it in
we
the
didn't
episode.
have the finished stuff.
But
we were going to put it in afterwards, but we hadn't seen it, and
So, I mean, we knew it was going to be amazing because it's by Cass, Kalamity Cass. Thank you so much, Cass. You will see it throughout this episode, but she's wonderful. I believe she's open to doing commissions for people. I think I'm right.
Cass, put that in chat if you are. Yeah. No, we're not promising Cass out,
Basically,
please.
we want to promo you as much as possible because the stuff you do is amazing, but we don't want to overpromise and underdeliver.
It's in multiple dimensions. It's like now with added dimensions.
Yeah. There's a temporal component
music.
to some of them.
You can see it. You can see it also, I believe, in our intro, which we also hadn't finished and therefore didn't shout out last time. But you probably noticed we have a whole new intro sequence, also featuring three-dimensional art.
And you can find it on our Instagram and all the other visuals. We'll talk about the socials at the end. Anyway.
Yeah, they've probably already seen it on socials because
Did we talk about the Patreon now? I'm really sorry, guys. I just
This
don't know
is
what
such a long introduction.
We have a Patreon. We're going to talk about all this at the end when it's a better time.
I'm going to put this Patreon card on the table and I'm just going to not flip it over until the end, okay? I will double tap Patreon at the end of my turn.
What's this a reference to?
Magic. Never mind. We'll talk about it later.
Gathering.
Oh no!
Oh gosh!
We're not nerdy enough for that. We failed. Right, introductions. Let's go, people. Hello, my name is Sharmini. I use she, her pronouns. I'm a science video journalist, and I am playing Thaliana, who is a Riforian mechanic accompanied by her robotic friend, Fruby, who so far we've seen as a little box dawdling around on 4 long telescopic legs behind her.
Fruby.
Simon.
Hello, my name's Simon, and I am playing Snikt. Both Snikt and I use he, him pronouns. I am a science communicator, primarily through video. Snikt is a rat man who believes in every conspiracy theory under the sun.
They're very similar.
Very similar in many ways. Whenever I sit down to record one of these episodes, my tail really does get in the way. But a person who doesn't have that problem is Ali Jennings.
As far as you know, you've never seen my lower half, have you?
No.
Anyway.
We have seen your lower half. We have.
I wasn't like staring.
Wait, do you mean? Oh wait, no. I'm sorry. I didn't mean.
Why is this? Why? I say it's innocuous. It's just middle of the road banter, like I thought we were supposed to do. So, yeah, my name's Ali. I use he, him pronouns. And my character's called Corey Vanderleer, and he's based on everyone I ever knew at school. And
know that.
Save that for the Patreon content. We'll talk about the motivations for our characters.
Behind the curtain. And then, I do science communication, but Corey Vanderleer is an ace pilot. Not that we get to see it very much, but he did your piloting check last time, which
It's only been one episode.
Get those goggles on. Fast.
So for the listeners at home, I just mind putting flight goggles on.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Which leaves the one and only Emily Bates.
Hi, it's me, Emily Bates. How you doing? I use she, her pronouns, and I too am a science communicator person. I mainly do stuff with cool birds at the moment and animals, and I love it. Everyone go watch Springwatch if you're watching this, but also watch this, then watch Springwatch on catch up. That'll be fine. That's what I'm doing right now while you watch. And what am I talking about? Oh, I was about to describe my character, then got really confused. I have all the characters because I will be this game's Fate Weaver. So, where were we? Every time I say that, I freak out. I love it. I feel like Ali. Sorry. Okay. Serious. After being turned away by the Eyes Wide Detective Agency on Absalom Station, Thaliana made her way to Eyes Shut, run by Corey and Snikt, who listened to her story and seemed to take a great interest in it. However, after a message from their longtime client Aubrey, Snikt went to try and find her lost puppy, or any puppy, or cat.
She's old, she had bad eyesight.
She may have been old, but she was smart enough to realise that the black cat presented was in fact not her beloved Pluto, and refused to pay Snikt. Once Corey and Thali arrived, the team headed down into the ghost levels of Absalom, where they found a security robot that had deemed it important to save the puppy, and all biological life forms. Thali managed to successfully deactivate the bot and rescue the puppy from its cage before the group headed back up to the top levels of the spike to meet Aubrey. And that is where we are now. As you exit the lift that's taken you up from the bottom of the levels, you see Aubrey dangling a little feather in front of her new cat, Hades. And as the lift opens, she turns to you and goes, "Oh, Pluto, hello, oh, you did it, thank you, and sort of runs over and goes to take the puppy. Who's holding
Aubrey.
the puppy?
I'm holding the puppy, I believe, because I'm gnawing on the same bone that the puppy is.
Oh,
gnawing.
yes.
Snikt,
Can I just pass over the puppy and hold on to the bone?
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, where did you find that bone? Did you give him the bone?
No, the bone
Aubrey.
was with the puppy.
Oh, Pluto, you're a good boy. Great.
Why
Oh,
did the
thank
drone
you,
get
lovely
the bone?
boys, lovely boys. I'll transfer the money right away. And she sort of pulls out a little comms device and starts like inputting some numbers on it.
Wait a minute.
Aubrey,
Do I recognise
Aubrey,
this bone?
Aubrey.
Like, Can I
bone.
see if I recognise anything about this abnormally large bone?
Suddenly everyone's like, wait.
Yeah. Where did the bone come from?
Where did the bone? I've written down. Where did the bone come from?
Is anyone trained
right now.
in?
Ali's
Is anyone trained in life science? No, Simon. Bonk, bad. Bonk that man in chat.
Bonk myself.
Bonk thyself.
Hey. Is anyone trained in life science?
No.
Was that a yes from Thali? No. No, none of you know where the bone is from. It's a big bone.
It's big.
I'm keeping it.
I'll tell you what, this thing in Starfinder is, if you're not trained, sorry, no. I quite like it.
Oh, it's confusing though, because I have a rank in life science, but it's not a class skill for me. And
but then I think if you have a rank in it, you can.
+3 modifier for a class skill, right?
But then that's fine. If you've got a rank in it, that means you're trained in it, I think.
Yeah, but if you
so you can roll it.
But if your class has that as a listed skill, you get a +3 modifier.
+3.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. So I can roll it.
So you can roll it because you're trained in life science.
Bonus.
What if you
Exactly.
Right. If you do class skill but you're not trained in it, can you still do it?
Yes, you just don't get that modifier.
No.
Right?
No. You have to be trained in it. You have to have a rank in it to do the.
But if you're not your class specialist in it, like I'm an operative, for example, and
Yeah, because you're a specialist in everything, but
but I'm not in diplomacy, for example. But if I put a rank in diplomacy, I can still roll the check.
Well, diplomacy isn't a trained skill, so it doesn't matter. Anyone can roll diplomacy. There's only certain skills that are trained skills.
Well, life science is one of them, right? But it's
And
not
life
for my
science is
class.
one of them. Yes.
Oh, and physical sciences. Oh, I see.
So everyone knows
It's also one.
the ones that are trained are computers, culture, engineering, life science, medicine, mysticism, physical science, profession, which you can kind of decide what you want it to be, and sleight of hand. All the rest, anyone can roll.
Train in those things. I rolled badly. Anyway, after all of that, understanding the mechanics of stuff, I rolled an 8.
It's a big bone. You think it's probably, it could be a thigh bone or
I'm
something.
a plant person, okay?
Big bone.
I understand farms and agriculture and plants.
So, would anyone like a drink on me? Because you got me
please.
a cat as well. Neon glass, everyone? Yes?
Perfect.
Lovely.
I've been there. It's lovely.
Oh, really? Have you been on Absalom for a while? I haven't met you before,
No,
sorry.
only-
But you got my puppy back, so now I like you.
Oh, thank you. Everyone's here so friendly. I just met.
Who have you been meeting? Most people aren't very nice.
Oh well, I met a lovely person called Sonia.
Never
and
heard of her.
I met Mr. Snikt and of course Second Lieutenant.
Oh, they're lovely boys. Lovely boys. Lovely, lovely boys.
They are.
Right, okay, well, come on. Come on, Hades, heel. And she's carrying the puppy and trying to get the cat to heel as she walks away. I'm going to roll just to see if the cat follows. The cat sort of just sits there staring and she doesn't notice and she just keeps walking.
Can I pick up the cat?
You can pick up the cat, yeah.
Look awkward. Okay, unfollow her.
Can I ask a question, actually, mechanically, about stamina point?
You can.
Because I lost some stamina points because the cat scratched me.
You did.
Me too.
And they're the ones that are restored fully on a long rest.
Correct.
And you don't spend resolve points to get them back as like a short rest mechanic?
Yes, that's right. So you replenish stamina points by spending a resolve point and taking 10 minutes of uninterrupted rest.
Okay,
to,
so
catch your breath. At Neon Glass, you will
okay.
be able to spend a resolve point and get your stamina points back if you want to do that.
And you get your resolve points back when you take that long rest as well, is that correct?
Yeah, or you don't have to spend and you get the resolve point back when you rest, and you can do a long rest once per day, which is 8 hours basically, where you get some hit points and all of your stamina comes back from a long rest.
And where's how many resolve points we have?
On your sheet,
Extra sheets?
somewhere, I believe top right, roughly. I haven't got them open, sorry.
Can't
Anyone
see
who
it
knows
for
where
some
the resolve points are, probably near the HP and
It's
the
next to stamina points and hit points
Oh,
under
of course
health
it
and
is, sorry,
resolve.
it's right there. Yeah, sorry, my apologies. It was staring me in the face. Great.
Okay, so you make your way to the Neon Glass. As you go in, it's Snikt. Everyone's been there before. Corey, you go there quite often, I expect. And you can see little Mimosa walking around with her trays, with because I will say it's sort of lunchtime now, so there's beers on the trays, there's some wine glasses, there's some weird looking cocktails. One's like this swirling blue, one's like clear but got like gold sparkles in it. And as you go in, there's a few other, like, there's a group of what look like a group of humans sat on one table, and in a table in the corner is actually May can.
A hooded figure with a pipe.
No, you know what? I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna say, Corey, you recognise in the corner is Tyver, who is a noir. And noirs are basically minotaurs. I don't know if I think that's how you say it, noir. Nuar. Nuar. Noir. And he's basically like this big minotaur with bionic arms and like quite a sharp suit. And they appear to be talking to a golden android that has like lime green runes and lines snaking over their body, looking almost a bit like a computer chip. The android has a red tunic that sort of drapes over one shoulder and a leather belt with lots of holsters, which appear to contain a number of weapons. And he has a tall spear, which has a glowing blue tip. And then I will say, Corey, make me I'm going to say culture. Because you're trained in culture, aren't you? Yeah, make me a culture check for me.
Oh, that's a 9.
Okay, you don't recognise them.
You don't recognise the android. Oh,
what was the name of the noir? Sorry,
Tyver. Tyver.
I'm gonna sort of jab my elbow into Snikt's ribs, obviously but I misjudged and hit him in the side of the head. I assume because he's so small. But yeah. Oh! Look at it's him, you know. It's the one from Eyes Wide. Just give him a wide berth. We don't want him getting any wind of this. Come on, let's go and sit over there. Do you know? Have you seen that? Have you seen who he's talking to?
The android.
Yeah. Don't you recognise them?
You're not trained in culture.
I am not trained in culture.
Just make a general. Just do a general roll for me.
That's true, because there isn't like a history check.
Yeah, that's why because it's like to see whether you remember someone that you have met potentially in the past.
So what stat am I using here, sorry?
Just roll for me.
That was an 8.
Okay, cool. You don't know them either.
No idea. Look, pretty fancy with all the weapons.
I tell you what,
it's a spear.
I know. Why would they have a spear on board a spaceship? I tell you what, listen. While we just go and get some drinks, courtesy of our lovely new friend and Aubrey, obviously, why don't you just see if you can just maybe listen in and see what they're talking about? Does that sound like something you could do?
Even you won't know I'm here. I'm just going to drop down.
I presume that was a private conversation and that Aubrey and I would not listen.
Yeah, I was trying to not.
Aubrey was chatting away to you, going, did you find your cat looks a lot like Hades?
Oh no, Ms. Aubrey, I think this is your cat.
Oh, hilarious. Funny. I only even met him about an hour ago, so. Do you think it is a boy or a girl? Look, could you tell me if it's a boy or a girl? It's a boy cat.
Oh, I think it's
cat.
a boy cat.
Oh, great. Aubrey. Good. Lovely. Pluto, you've got a friend. She plonks Pluto on the table.
I'm going to try and melt away and do that thing that people do in cafes where you're not really doing anything, that you're just trying to like.
I will say there's like a little jukebox over in the side. If you don't really want to stealth, you want to just sort of confidently go over to a jukebox, you can do that.
While Snikt is doing that, I'll just usher everybody to a table far away. I don't want to be seen by this type of guy. I want to keep a low profile.
Cool. Snikt, make a perception check for me.
Oh, can I perceive another? That's a 12.
Okay, it wasn't a hard check. So as you sort of go to the jukebox and you start sort of just randomly pressing buttons in the corner, you overhear a bit of the conversation that they're having. Tyver turns to the android and says, I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do, Marrow. My hands are tied within the agency. We just can't spare the agents at the moment. Look, if you're paying, there's a chance we can outsource to the stewards to look into it, but the head scanners, they're all tied up, I'm afraid. And you see this android sort of lean back and go, I understand that it is not the most important thing in the world for you right now, Tyver, but this is very important to me. They thought I was dead, Tyver. Surely you mean something, huh? And Tyver carries on, say, Munro, look, I wish there was something I could do. You've been a great friend to me and to Eyes Wide, but unfortunately my hands are tied. And Munro sort of goes, okay, well, you should probably get out of my pub, eh? Huh? And Tyver goes, yes, sorry, Munro, I'll speak to you soon. Good luck, I hope you find it. And gets up and starts walking out.
Right, okay.
Munro, or the android, you assume now is called Munro, stands up and goes behind the bar and seems to head out towards the back. Or goes to head that way.
Okay. Can I
Meanwhile,
cast an eye over just to see if they leave anything behind?
Sure. Make a perception check.
Ooh, 19.
You go over and it looks like Tyver has left a little card for Eyes Wide on the table.
That immediately goes in the jacket pocket with about 85 other cards.
And that's Tyver's personal card, so it has his comms unit number and things on it.
Okay. Making a note.
While that's happening, I guess I'm just gonna Aubrey.
Yes.
So such a pleasure doing business with you as always. So tell me, how did you end up on level 78 of the Ghost of the Spike? The Ghost area?
I was taking Pluto for a walk. You know, I've only had him a little while, and we're doing a few different levels every day just to see what's down there. You know, we found some lightning elementals. That was fun on Sparks. You know, of course. And then where else did we go? Oh, we went down to level 153 the other day, and there was like this moving, shifting forest down there. Fascinating.
Aubrey, how? Can you read? Do you read the signs on the side? I simply have from a professional sort of perspective.
Yes, they say it's dangerous, but as long as you don't die, it's fine, isn't it?
You know, Aubrey, you should make a will.
I've got a will.
Do you?
Yes.
Does it take into account maybe the work that we might have done for you had you not?
Oh, I'm leaving lots of it to you, Corey, and my lovely boys.
Aubrey. Well, if that's not worth it, Jake.
I thought I told you. I'm sorry, I didn't tell you, but yes. No, most of it goes to you. Provided, of course, that, you know, it can be proved that you had nothing to do with my death. Otherwise, if they find that out, then no, you'd be in trouble.
Only a problem if they find out.
Would they find that out, Aubrey?
I just think it's so lovely that the agency does so much pro bono work for people like you and me. And
pro bono? No, I pay them very well.
Hey, boss. Right. Snikt's gonna come over. Sit down. Hey.
Hello, Snikt.
Aubrey. Nice dog.
Thank you.
Right, Corey. Pretty sure who was just over there. Munro. Think they might own this joint.
Okay, Corey.
Does that make sense to me?
Make another culture check for me and add 5 to whatever you get.
That's a nat 1. So.
No, you know nothing. What I'll say, even with the nat 1, you know the owners of the Neon Glass. It's Luca and Semdrid.
Snikt, I think you might have got that wrong. It's Luca and Semdrid. Remember, they're the ones that own this? Come on now, we've been over this a lot.
They are Samsarans, which are these sort of pale blue skinned, almost, not amorphous isn't the right word, but they're sort of a very blobby sort of shape in like slender blobs.
Blobby.
But they're stunning, like gorgeous. I mean, Luca has this like long red, like deep red hair. Semdrid sort of has sort of close shaved black. And they Samsarans, they have like a shared the consciousness over past lives, and from late night conversations you've had with them in the Neon Glass, Corey, you know, these two have been together for centuries over different lives. They just keep coming together and finding each other again.
Oh.
Come on now, Snikt. So you must have made a mistake.
No.
Think harder.
Munro said to Tyvar, why don't you get out of my pub?
He said that?
Yeah. And, you know, then he got up and left. So I imagine that this is the pub he was talking about, the one we're in.
How was he talking to Tyvar? Did he sound respectful? Did he sound...
He sounded pretty exasperated because Tyvar couldn't take on a case that he wanted.
I was thinking maybe we could ask if they would be interested in working with us.
Something is going on here, Snikt. That android cannot be the owner of this bar. We know the owners of this bar. If that android knew Tyver, then...
Unless that's
Right.
what they wanted us to think.
That might be what they wanted us to think, Snikt. It's possible. Were you in any way spotted?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sneaky.
So that's what they wanted everybody to think, including each other.
Isn't that just how communication works, though?
That is, Snikt. Yes, that's exactly right. Okay, we have to look a little bit deeper into this one, I think. God, there's something in the air, Snikt, my friend. We're going to have to find out more about this android, but we can't let this girl go. What are we going to do? I will think on it. Aubrey, drink!
Hello. Yes. Oh yes, she's already got like 3 cocktails in front of her.
Fantastic.
Like, just grab what you want. I'll get it.
Snikt, we're going to need some thinking juice. And I order 6 of the strongest things that they have. Which are
the strongest things that they
my
have. So they have they have shots of it's called tiger juice. And that's a shot, but you can get it in a cocktail that gets like tiger stripes through it if you want the cocktail, or you can just do the shots. It's up to you.
6 tiger bombs.
Tiger bombs, of course, that's what they're called. Yes, and Mimosa comes over and says, "Sorry, did you say?" Well, I forgot what her voice was. It was like this, wasn't it? I was very excited. Yeah. What? Sorry, what was that, Mr. Vanderleer?
That's Second Lieutenant Vanderleer, Miss Moser, and it's
Second
6 tiger bombs,
Lieutenant.
please.
Yes, okay, coming right up. 1 second. And goes behind the bar. Now, the bar is sort of taller than this Skittermander, and you just sort of see bottles and cups flying. And you see, like, squirts of different drinks and liquids. And then suddenly she reappears with, and got each one on a different tray with her 6 arms, and sort of toddles over the table and places them all down and goes, "Enjoy your drinks. Thank you very much. I've been Mimosa." Does a little bow and then scurries off to the back.
A little round of applause.
Yeah. I don't trust her.
Neither do I. Thank you.
No.
Someone else who sees the world I do. This is why
Got
we
too
work
many
together.
hands.
What could they be doing? I can only keep track of 2 hands at a time because I've only got 2 eyes. And my eyes work like a chameleon. I can point in different directions. See?
And you're just like, his eyes go.
Please don't do that, Snikt.
I think there's something seriously wrong with you. You should probably get that checked out.
Different people have different numbers of limbs, and I don't think it says anything about their personality. Just
You're
about the
probably
number of
right.
limbs that they have.
I met a dragon once and they had lots of limbs and they were very lovely.
How big was the dragon?
Very big.
How many limbs?
4. Oh, it had 4 and then wings.
So it was a dragon, not a wyvern.
Yes, I was very specific about making sure, because there is a difference. I don't know if you all know. I watched a wonderful video on InfoTube. And
Don't watch
yes,
things on InfoTube.
Why?
It gives you
The comments
asthma.
are so insightful.
Second Lieutenant Vanderleer?
Yes.
His name's Corey.
Oh, he said not to call him that, except under
You can
specific
call me that.
circumstances.
Yes, you can call me that here.
Here as well. Great.
yes.
Corey, didn't you say when we were here before that we had to go and do another pro bono case to find the dog?
Pro bono. Oh, do you not? You can send me the money back if you want to do it for free. That's very kind of you.
No. That was an
Different
unrelated
dog,
case,
Aubrey.
I'm sure. That was the
Totally unrelated.
that was the Neptune case.
Oh, Neptune.
A spate of dog thievery events, Snikt. I
Nothing
feel
to
like
do with
maybe
my
this-
cousin Bob. Before you say anything,
Oh,
And as
no,
it's
Bob.
happening,
you know,
I've already.
there's a lot of them.
I've knocked back the tiger bomb, handed that one to Snikt, and then I push one over towards Thaliana and one over towards Aubrey.
Oh, let's have fortitude saves from everyone.
This is what we play this game for.
Drinking games. Aubrey got a natural 20. She is absolutely throwing it back.
I got that one.
I switched dice, and I still just got a 6.
Oh, I got
Okay.
an 11.
This is thinking juice.
There is. Okay, everyone. There is drinking rules.
Oh, there are rules.
Of course there are.
Okay, so Inebriation. When a character consumes alcoholic beverages in excess or of a strong potency, they go through gradual stages of inebriation. Characters can consume 1 drink per 6 points of constitution per hour. So what's everyone's constitution score?
12.
12. Okay, so you can do 2 per hour.
10.
But I did just roll a 1, so does that count as like a critical fail?
Well, after a failed fortitude save at the DC of the beverage being consumed, the character gets a +2 morale bonus to physical stats for 1d4 hours. So
What's this game?
Drunken Master, baby!
What are we playing right now?
wait,
What's happening?
-2 saves a -2 morale to avoid going to stage 2. Okay, so
We
you're
don't
at
have stage 2.
so you're at stage 1 and you've actually got a +2. So to anything
Invincible.
It's thinking juice. I knew
Yeah.
it.
But hang on, how many hours? For 2 hours?
for 2 hours.
1d4. Oh, no,
Yeah,
2 hours.
1d4. Yeah, but everyone roll a d4 to see how long. Aubrey is fine and has not seemed to take any.
So I
effect.
get +2 to
Aubrey is
physical
attack.
checks?
To physical stats, so dex, strength.
I get
base
plus
stats.
to all physical stats.
It says
I thought it
+2
was a
morale
morale
bonus. Morale bonus. So basically, you've got this courage that is giving you like, you know, that point when you're a little bit tipsy and you're like, I can do that. I could definitely do it, and it just gives you that like vibe that you can. I mean, it's what it says. I think this is right.
I rolled a 3, so that means that my stats go from being 11, 17,
No,
12,
no.
16.
So as in, if you rolled an athletics check, you'd add 2 as well to whatever you roll.
2, so it's a bonus of +3.
Yeah, that's how I'm going to rule it, because I think that's what it says. And then if you get to stage 2, then yeah.
We've got to do some serious thinking now. We've got to work this.
Thinking this physical
That's so-
stats we don't have.
Is this right?
Physical stats. Think with your arms, man.
Have you seen
okay.
Drunken Master with Jackie Chan? I think this is pretty
Yeah.
accurate.
No.
He does a lot of thinking in that film.
Yeah, a lot of thinking
mystery
with his
unrolling.
fists.
Charismatic checks for each alcoholic to avoid entering stage 1. After a failed fortitude save at the DC of the beverage being consumed, you all did badly. So the character gets a +2 morale bonus. Yeah. Additional alcoholic intake requires another fortitude save at a -2 morale penalty. Okay, so then if you drink any more, you make another one, and that's got a -2 to your fortitude save, and then you would go to stage 2 of inebriation, and then you can get stage 3, and if you reach stage 2 or 3, then you can get a hangover the next day.
Hey.
They've
Amazing.
statted it out. Let's go, Starfinder. I love it. Okay, we're learning together.
So we're buzzed for a couple of
Okay.
hours.
Buzzed.
You're buzzed.
Right,
You're happy tipsy.
Tiger bombs. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to lean over the table towards Thaliana and say, listen, Thaliana, now, I want you to think very, very carefully. Now, you might not know this about me, but I'm a pilot, one of the best pilots out there.
Wow.
And you've done something of great interest to me. When you traveled through the drift, did you notice anything at all? Anything out of the ordinary?
Okay. Well, I ain't never traveled in the drift before, so I don't rightly know what is ordinary, but there were sort of purplish clouds, they looked sort of big and maybe sort of swirly, but sort of slow. And it was like a big space, but there were no stars in it. Oh, wait, no, I remember. At one point, I thought I saw something. And it was like a building, but like old. It was like the leftover of something, like someone had built something in the space and then just left.
Okay. I need to know how to titrate my expressions, right? So, at the beginning of all of that, when she was like, big purplish clouds, I saw something.
Yeah.
Like, is that in any way
Big-
different from what the drift looks like?
Not in the slightest. Everything she has said so far, there are like buildings in the drift. There are cities in the drift, so it's very possible that she saw a building. You know,
Right, even the building is completely.
all
I
of
thought
it-
that was the
all
weird
of
bit,
that-
yeah.
I thought that was going to
No,
be like the cruise.
everything from, as both of you being people who have travelled in the drift, everything Thaliana has said is perfectly reasonable for someone who was travelling in the drift.
Okay, I guess my face just slowly falls. Like, oh.
Do you think that's an important clue?
I think it is.
Wow. Okay. Do you think
so-
that's got anything to do with what was happening on Traxxas?
Probably. I think it sounds like the only way that we're going to find out more about your case, I think we're going to have to go to Traxxas.
How are you going to do that?
I don't know, Aubrey.
It's just because the drift's broken. Back in my day, not that I don't really remember most of it, there wasn't any drift travel. You just lived where you were found, and you liked it, and so.
Why is it broken? What happened?
Oh, don't get me started.
Snikt. It broke, didn't it? It all went wrong, and now you can't do it.
Maybe this was part of the plan in the beginning. What if the drift was created by Triune to try and trick us into being dependent on being in lots of different places and leave us ripe for attack?
No, I don't think that's right.
Lord Triune doesn't do that. Triune's
not a
helping
lord.
mankind. Those of us who believe would refer
Only
to
one of
Lord
Triune's
Triune.
aspects is male, and there are 3 of them.
Well, I'm sorry. Is there a problem with? Is there going to be a problem with like getting home or anything like that if it's not working properly?
What? Well, yes, you can't really. Well, I mean, you could, but you could go the normal way and not go through the drift. It'll take you probably, I don't know, maybe 3 years. So, impact
Thaliana.
standard time.
I can't do that. I said I'd be back by the harvest.
Well, you can't go through the drift. You'll die.
Why will I die? I just
Because
came
people are. No. Oh, did you really? What was it like?
Thaliana,
There was a building and pink purplish clouds.
Yes, there's always been buildings and pink purplish clouds. What are you talking about, girl?
Wait, no, but what's wrong with it? Because I said I'd be back and I gotta go and.
you have to you have to keep this to yourself. You can't go around telling everybody that you've just traveled through the drift. Information like this is very, very important, and it could be material to your case. We don't want everybody finding out about it. We need to keep this on the hush hush.
I don't understand. Can I get back this week?
Oh, no. Well, maybe. I don't know. People who have gone in recently, like some of them just have never come back. Some of them just get spat out in random parts of the galaxy. It's terrifying.
The
Where
ship
are they
that
gonna
took you
fix
here,
it then?
has it been doing lots of journeys in the drift recently?
I mean, sure, I think so, just like normal, right?
We're gonna have to go to the docks or wherever. Where was the ship moored? Do you know?
Moored in Little Acton.
Oh, we arrived at a place called Little Acton. That was the first place we came.
Little Acton. Is that how well do we know Little? Have I heard of that?
Yeah, you know Little Acton. It's at one of the bays on the rings. It's a docking area.
Yeah, Little Acton. Yes, I might have some old contacts from around there. From my old Spacer days. We should go. Yes.
Okay, but when are they gonna fix it?
Well,
Maybe
the
it
thing
can't
is,
be fixed.
yeah, there's a lot that we don't understand about your case, but it sounds like you may have been able to do something which no one else here can do.
I don't think that sounds right, because I just got a lift here and it wasn't broken when we came, so I thought I could just get back again, and I said I'd only be gone like a few weeks at most.
I know, it baffles me as well. There's only one thing I found that can help with that, and I'm gonna take the next Tiger Bomb.
Yes, you are. Okay, make another fortitude and with a -2. So your modifier -2.
Yeah, that's a 14, baby.
That is not enough, and you enter stage 2.
Yes.
So, upon entering stage 2, the character
don't
must.
enter.
No, you do. You've entered it now, so you're in stage 2.
Shit.
The character must immediately make a second fortitude save.
Oh god. Do I have a negative modifier or anything?
No, not this time. No.
Okay, that's an 18.
Okay, that's fine. You succeed, so you don't take damage. So while you're in stage 2, you take a -2 morale penalty to all mental stats. So anything charisma, wisdom, intelligence based now is a negative modifier. Is -2 to whatever you get. But you keep the benefits from stage 1. So you still have your whatever D4 you rolled hours of
So
plus
physical
2.
is good.
Yeah. And then
mental
if you
is bad.
roll another D4 for your stage 2 penalties.
2.
So for 2 hours, you're going to have the negative to anything charisma, intelligence, or wisdom.
But in 2 hours, I'll get a solid hour of gold.
Where you were at before.
Yeah, which is where you were before. Is anyone having another tiger bomb? You know what? Aubrey's going to knock one back. She hasn't. Okay, she does fail that time, so she's got the plus. She's in stage 1 now.
Okay, right. Okay.
Does anyone else want to carry on drinking?
No. Seems like.
No, I think Snikt is going to be...
In fact, that is all 6 that you ordered have gone now. So, yeah.
Okay.
Right, so we've got to get to Little Akaton, right? We've got to find out what's happening on that ship. There's something strange about that ship of yours, Thaliana.
All right.
And the other thing we'll need to do is we're going to need to find the pilot. Always, there's no ship without a pilot. That's the first rule of piloting. So, we find the ship, we find the pilot, and that will unravel this mystery for us. But I'm starting to get that feeling. You know that feeling?
The tingly feeling.
I know. Yes, the tingly feeling. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm starting to get that. You know when you feel, just stretch out your hands. Stretch out your hands. You feel it, right? You can feel it.
Yes.
Yes, in there.
Yeah.
Electricity.
My arms are hurting.
That's what I feel. I know. It's because of the electricity. First, Thaliana. Second, the dog, right? And
Pluto.
third, Tyver, that son of a bull, and whoever that android was, that lying
Fruby.
piece of... No, not you, Fruby. You are excellent. No, whoever that lying gold spear-headed bundle of bolts was, they weren't rolling straight dice. Something's going on. We're going to find out what.
Oh, that'd be such a good break point, but we've been going on.
Yeah. We peaked too soon.
Damn it! Do that again in 20 minutes.
The people at home are laughing at us. Look at these chumps.
Aubrey sort of goes, right, well, I've had a lovely day, but I'm going to go home now. Thank you, my lovely boys. I'll see you soon. Heal, Hades, and picks up Pluto and walks away while the cat just sits on the table.
Lovely to see you, Aubrey.
Bye.
She's not taking the cat.
Hades, heal, and just keeps going and ignore.
Can I just try and take the cat off the table
Yeah.
and just like put it on the ground and just sort of like
Give it a little kick. Yeah.
push
There's
it in the
Don't kick the cat.
there's no animal, but you've got life science, haven't you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you do a little life
life
science
science?
test.
Such bullshit.
She's trained in life science, but she's not a class skill.
Oh.
You need a 10.
Do not understand.
Oh, I rolled a 10 plus 3.
Hey, so okay, so as you do a little kick, the cat goes "Meow," and just sort of starts trotting after Aubrey. And
Sorry,
follows
what did the
Aubrey.
cat go? I didn't hear.
Sorry, I'm just going to get a close up of that. Can we do it one more time? There it is. People at home, you can clip that if you like. Was it a jellicle cat? Is the question.
No.
But I still don't know what one is.
Oh God!
I watched the whole film about it.
Jellicle cats are jellicle cats. Jellicle cats are jellicle cats.
laid it out
Jellicle cats are
very clearly.
jellicle cats.
They are jellicle cats.
They're the jellicle cats. Jellicle cats are jellicle cats.
And they're not dogs, to be absolutely clear.
Jellicle cats.
Just saying that has made me think that presumably there are creatures that resemble the cats from that film on this space station somewhere in the ghost level.
In the ghost levels for sure. And they all sing the songs.
Yeah.
Like you go down there and it is just a full musical theatre
Oh no,
number.
it's Cat Ian McKellen.
But if there is the presence of Cat Ian McKellen does indicate the presence of Cat Jason
Derulo.
Derulo, who is without a doubt the best thing in that film.
Enthusiastically licking milk from the floor.
He's so good in it. He's having the best time. Everyone else was clearly like, why am I here? And Jason Derulo was like, you know what? If I'm going to be in Cats, I'm going to make the most of it. And I think he's brilliant in it. Anyway, awful film. Don't watch it.
But get to stage 2 drunk.
Yeah,
before
all
you...
3. Yeah, 100%. Right. What would you like to do?
Right. Well, we got to go to the ship. Well, actually, what time is it now? Like, it's got to be mid-afternoon.
It's like 1 o'clock, 1:30.
Okay. I haven't slept. Yes.
Would you all have liked to have used your resolve points to get your stamina back? I just want to check that you get all of it back. Yeah, you replenish your stamina points by spending a resolve point. So you catch your breath, basically.
So I need to actually double check. Sorry, guys at home. I'm just going to have to look at my stats on the stream so I can remember how many fortitude points. So stamina points.
So you're doing this?
Why don't you have
the system?
Why don't you have your character sheet open?
I do, but I edited the character sheet and I like hard edited it so that I didn't keep the original number of stamina points. Right, I had 7 to begin with. I lost 2.
There's a box for that.
This is literally
I don't need to.
It's literally.
No, do you not?
I don't need to. I've got most of them.
Great.
I did a thing I was coding on stream once where I didn't use version control because I believe in myself, and I accidentally deleted something and meant that it didn't work anymore. So I had to look back at the video of my own stream to look at what I deleted.
Phenomenal.
That's great work.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
Starfinder question. Apart from used in short rests, what else can resolve do? Is it useful?
Okay,
all right, I'll just keep it. I'm going to keep all my points then. I'm going to keep my points.
Yes, you can use it for. Hang on, let me just because I always need to go over this. So some classes have special features that you can spend resolve points for to use. I don't know if you have that. And if you go down, if you get your hit points go down and your resolve points get to 0, that's your death. So having resolve points is good because it means if you do get knocked out, then you've got an extra round to come back before
okay, that is useful.
Yeah.
All right, yes. We should go to Acton Station, and we should go now.
Okay. Do you make your way to Little Acton? Yeah. Okay. So how would you like to get to Little Acton? It's in the rings. I'll say it's actually pretty much the other side of the station to where you are. So you'd need to go up and round. You can get a cab, which would be probably about 2 credits. Also, I will say, Corey, add 200 credits to your amount because Aubrey has paid you.
Yes! Okay, I'm just going to pick up one for the road as we go.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Oh, but also then... Aubrey did leave. No.
Oh, but she did pay
Aubrey!
Oh my god!
Aubrey left and forgot to pay for the drinks. So you need to, you had 6 tiger bombs. That was it. You had 6 tiger bombs, didn't you? That's what you had. So I'll say they were a credit each. So it's six credits. I don't quite know what the amounts should be for these things. So I think that's about right. Maybe
anyone else summon for the cab?
No, Corey. You just get one for the road, and we'll
have a lovely time, everybody. I can't remember her voice every time I do it. Okay, bye.
Bimini, basically.
No, not Bimini's up here.
Oh, sorry.
Bimini's very different.
I'll get that voice in at some point.
It's becoming.
The Bimini's becoming.
Emily Bates, the woman of 1,000 voices.
They're all
and they all sound like about 5 different versions.
Just different pitches and different tones. Yeah,
that's what voices are. To be fair.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Okay, so you getting anything for the road?
Not for me.
I'm gonna get a margarita.
Margarita? Reckon to a margarita? No, that's gonna be Bimini now.
Does anyone know why they're called margaritas?
Etymology corner for the cab.
No, why?
Yeah, I'll just get a margarita and then let's get in a cab. I'm feeling pretty fresh. Let's go.
Who was also called.
They're named after the pizzas.
They are named after the Spanish word for daisy. Margarita means daisy in Spanish.
That's so cute, but why? Why are they
because
daisies?
a daisy was an existing type of drink, like a brandy daisy. I was looking this up literally last night. It was basically an existing name, and they were like, "This is the Spanish version, so we'll call it the Spanish daisy."
That's
margarita.
So cute.
A daisy. How lovely.
It also implies the existence of a truly colossal margar. which I
Margar.
want to eat. In the same way a Dorito implies the existence of an almighty door.
It's the big bad is Margar and Dor.
Something sounds very Tolkien-esque.
Margar. Okay. So add another credit if you want to get another. You want to get a margarita or whatever you fancy for the way out. One for the road. And I believe if you're having another drink.
No, I'm not drinking yet. I guess I am drinking it. Yeah, fine.
Oh wow, that was Corey's resolve right there
Yeah.
of just being like, I'm not gonna drink it. Oh, wait.
Oh no! Oh, God.
Okay, yeah. I
Let me
guess I
stop
will.
myself. Oh no!
Sounds like me. Roll another fortitude save for me.
We're in the cab now, right?
You're in the cab. You're in a cab.
Okay, right. That's 6.
6. Great. We've reached stage 3. So after a failed was 6 or 16?
6.
6. So you lose the benefits from stage 1. So your +2s are gone, and you take an additional -2 penalty on all stats for 1d4 hours. So roll another d4, and these also stack with your penalties from stage 2.
Oh.
So you are drunk now.
I rolled a 4.
Okay, so for 4 hours you've got -2 to every check that you roll.
And then another -2 to all my brain checks.
Correct.
Excellent.
So Corey is out of it. This is perfect for Corey, and I'm
gonna have a little snoozy in the cab.
How do the cabs work in terms of the vertical movement? Like, are these flying cabs?
So there are on every level they're flying cabs, and on every level there is like a dock where they can go in and like fly up to the next level and fly out, like almost like an upwards crossing kind of thing.
Ooh, love that.
Yeah. I just made that up. Anyway, don't give away how the brain works. Okay, so you make it, and you get into the ring, and you start going round to Little Akaton, and Little Akaton is a fairly lower end dock. It's not one of the fancy ones where people would sort of transport into the eye. It's mainly used for like freight or at least was mainly used for freight and sort of merchant goods that are just offloading and things like that. And you get there, and I assume you are looking for the ship that you were on, and Captain Shirley.
Yeah.
Captain Shirley was a human woman, and sort of got little bobbed hair, but like tattoos all up and down her arms, like full body tattoos, like up to her neck. One of those ones. And yeah, and the ship was called the Pathfinder.
What was it though?
Yeah,
What does this mean?
because it's cute.
As we walk through the docks, I'm gonna fall into like drunk bore mode, where they're like, that ship, Carillion class, flew one of those 3 years, drift in, drift out, saw some of the most amazing things you'll ever seen. Do you know the most interesting thing about that class? Engine rooms. I don't want to go too deeply into it. And then that's just a sort of background.
Then he goes too deeply into it.
Yeah, but then
Meanwhile,
fully just goes off. And
Snikt is absolutely going like
So the Starstone isn't real, right? The station is powered by a cult. They sacrifice people every day. They keep some ancient deity imprisoned down there, and that's how they power it. Don't you understand?
Yeah, we
what
both
did you say wasn't
sacrifice. We
real?
don't realise we're doing this.
Yeah.
We're doing this in 2 different ears.
yeah,
What did
Ruby.
Snikt say wasn't real?
a starstone.
Starstone. Do you want to give a little bit of background of what the Starstone is, Simons, for people who don't know?
The starstone is the thing that
Allegedly.
powers Absalom Station. It's towards the bottom of the spike, and it's this immensely powerful artifact that people don't quite understand. When they send people in to try and interact with it, they die, and it has lots of powerful security around it. And it's just a bit of a mystery, really, but clearly very, very powerful.
You know what I'm going to say? Corey, make a culture check for something
At
to do
-4, I would love to.
with -4. So sorry, it's not culture, it's mysticism. This one.
Oh!
Are you trained
I'm
in
not allowed
mysticism?
to. No, I'm not allowed
You're
to.
not
make
allowed
mysticism
to.
check,
Oh, is
unfortunately.
anyone trained in mysticism? Oh, I hate this. I don't know if I like this trained only thing. No, make the culture. No, I'm just gonna say because it's just a cool little.
I don't
cool
think it's
lore
gonna help
bit.
me here.
Okay, go on.
I got 4 out of 10.
No, okay, cool. Yeah, you don't. You're having a lovely. You're talking about ships. Snikt's talking about starstones, and yeah, it's all lovely.
So do we spot
looking
the?
out.
Do we need to look?
So
for the
I'm gonna look for where we just landed because basically we only docked this morning.
Yeah, this morning. Yeah.
So it's probably still there. So if I can
Yeah,
remember
cool. Yeah, make a perception.
where I came from. 22.
22.
Oh,
You remember
you're a
exactly the dock. So you're in dock T5, and you go across, and it's gone. There's no ship in T5.
Oh, I need a
Gosh,
soundboard with the mystery sound.
Gone already.
yeah. We
That was-
should have that.
Quick. Maybe they just moved it somewhere. Maybe they're still here.
Wait, this is where you docked?
Yeah.
Is that quick? Would I know? mean-
Incredibly quick. Ships tend to, because of the armada, and especially nowadays, ships don't rush off it back into the drift or away. Like Absalom is the center; it's the place where you can refuel, restock.
there any
That would be very
signs?
fast.
Are there any
suspiciously quick.
signs that a ship was docked here recently?
Ooh, what would a sign of a ship?
Like
Make
exhaust
a-
port, like burns
Yeah,
on.
make an. There's no investigation. That's not a thing you can do. Make another perception. Is there something that would be different to perception?
Are you a detective? Is
that's
that your
I'm an
profession side?
operative.
You didn't take a
Profession.
profession as detective or
No.
anything. No, okay. Yeah, no, just make a perception check for me.
Either of the two of us detectives have
that was
as
a thing!
When you level up, you can always add a rank to it if you want.
Oh, that's an 8. I'm
8.
rolling so badly today.
It's not
As
good.
you look around, you realise T5. That's the same as a street name down in the Spike, where the Noodle Man has set up shop before.
It's Slimbo Jimbo. He's behind all of this. It all makes sense!
Oh god,
Don't
we've lost
touch
him now.
any noodles that you find.
Snikt goes around starting to look for noodles on the ground, and
You see, excuse, Thaliana. The ship was supposed to be here. How long ago? When did you arrive?
Well, I arrived this morning, so they probably just had to repark. Do they do that with ships?
No, they don't. They don't do that.
They don't. Well, maybe someone else. Oh, maybe they.
Thaliana, I'm gonna be straight with you. I don't know if I believe you anymore.
About what?
This ships don't just leave. They can't. That's not.
They're ships.
People
that's
don't
what-
travel in the drift.
But I did.
I'd have heard about that.
I don't understand what's happening because I didn't know that there was anything wrong. And I wanted someone to find out about the lady in the snow, and Mr. Fortnum wouldn't believe me about that, and now you don't believe me about this, and I ain't a liar.
Do I believe her emotion?
sense motive for me.
Okay. That's 8 minus 4. 4.
Something's weird about what she's saying. It doesn't really make sense. She's hard to read, and you're good at reading people.
I am good at reading people, but you are a closed book. Now, I'll give you one more shot. We can't find this Shirley tattoo, then we're over, baby. That's over. Sit.
I haven't been able to find any noodles. Wait, are you in league with Gaff? Have you been sent here by the Noodle Man?
Keep it together, Snikt. God's sakes. Not here.
Can I find someone who works on the docks?
You absolutely can. You can actually see we're up on the ring, so there's actually a patrol of 2 stewards walking past the docks. One is a man with blonde hair, very clean cut beard, like the sharpest lines possible. He's very muscly. They've got like it's a bit Star Trekky, but like pale blue fitted tops with like a dark blue over the like shoulders and down the arms, fitted like grey pants, big boots, and like a little space pistol at the side.
They look like they're
Just a teeniest little space pistol.
Teeny tiny little like you know in Men in Black where
Oh,
they
the
pull out the
little
first gun and
Yeah,
it's the little
yeah.
cricket gun. It is
noisy
like one of
cricket.
those. Yeah.
They look like they're just passing by, or they're based here. Like I want someone who's been here all day.
They look like they're patrolling the area.
Okay. There's no one who works at the docks. Like
There
who
are
steers
very few
ships in,
ships. There's like
or how it
one
works.
ship parked down on T3.
It was a lot busier this morning.
It was
Okay.
really busy this morning.
Okay, I'm gonna head over to one of the stewards. Okay.
Yes, hello. How may I help
Hi.
you?
I'm sorry to bother you, but I've lost a ship, the ship I came in on, and I really need to find it. And I just want to know who knows where the ships have gone, and who keeps a track of where everything is, because we're here this morning.
Well, first of all, calm down. Deep breaths with me. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. Don't you feel better now?
I do feel a little better.
There
yeah.
you go. We're the stewards, and we're here to protect you. So, my name is Dax Vega. It's
Okay.
lovely to meet you. And now, what you're saying? Your ship's gone missing, and you realise you've come to Little Akaton?
Yes, that's right. My name is Thaliana Maisie Cresswell. I'm from Traxxas, and I arrived on a ship, and I need to find the ship that I arrived on. It was called the Pathfinder, and there was Captain Shirley, and we docked at T5 in Little Akaton because I was here. This is where I was, so I'm pretty sure.
When, sorry, did you say you docked here?
This morning, about maybe nine-ish.
I think you're mistaken, Mom. It must have been a different dock. I can check the records and see where the Pathfinder last docked.
Yes. If you can do that, that would be wonderful. Thank you so much.
Pulls out like a little iPad from the very tight trousers and starts inputting and sort of. Well, I'm afraid I think you've the Pathfinder. You say,
Yes.
and Captain Shirley.
Captain Shirley, yeah.
Well, they haven't been on Absalom for 5 months now.
Ghost ship.
They arrived shortly before the crash, and since they've stayed for a little while, but they moved on. They I believe, started making their way back to looks like Triaxis.
Can we hear all this conversation?
Surely
Thali,
we
do
would
you-
go over
I,
to this.
I ran off. So
I
just
think
Ran off. Okay,
yeah,
right.
I think no. I
Yeah.
think yeah.
I want to ask her something.
Tough. So this morning. Are you quite all right, Miss?
Oh, I'm fine. Thank you very much. I'm just a little confused because I don't know why anyone would pretend to be anyone else or anything like that. So I don't know what ship it was, or maybe the admin's wrong. Maybe it didn't get recorded or something.
I think the admin is pretty solid, and to be perfectly frank with you, people don't really park in Little Akaton anymore. We don't get many trade ships in and out of Absalom these days.
I was here this morning. Can I look around for the frickin' souvenir stall?
You absolutely can. Make a perception check.
Okay. Right.
Yes, because you had the souvenir of the little solar system.
I got off the
Well,
ship
space
and I
station.
bought
Space station.
tat for Laurie. That was a natural one.
It says I heart Absalom.
You don't see any signs of
I don't
anything.
see nothing.
You see nothing. Like, I mean, there's a like a weird looking wall, and it's got some pipes on it. Maybe that was
Pipe wall.
the pipe wall.
Pipe wall.
That was definitely there this morning.
Can I try and catch up with her? She's run off.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah, I mean, you can still see her. She's
Yeah.
just
I didn't go very
round down the
far.
docks,
Yeah.
basically.
Wait a minute. Have you found anything, Thaliana?
Oh, Mr. Snikt. This is Dax Vega. This is
Lovely
Mr.
to meet you.
Mr. Snikt. Mr. Snikt is genius. He's helping me with various things that are.
I'm
going
glad
on.
to hear it.
So the ship wasn't here this morning.
Oh, were you on the Pathfinder as well?
No, she came to us quite soon after she got off the ship. Apparently.
I see.
Wait, I'm just gonna move her away from Dax for 1 minute. We'd be like,
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Even when they talk to you, just don't say anything, all right? And if you say anything, they can use it against you. So...
Don't say anything.
What?
I said lots of things. Is that a problem?
You had to... Okay, never mind. It's fine. What date is it?
1 second, let me check my notes.
321 AG.
Oh, is it really? Damn. 321. What is it? Is there
AG.
a number?
After
a month
Gap.
number?
That's the
After
current
Gap.
date.
No, I meant.
Oh, you
is
mean
it like the?
Yeah, what
Yes.
what does Thaliana
there
think
is-
the current date is?
Yeah.
Thaliana thinks it's 321 AG, and I'm going to get you the name of the bloody. Hang on. Oh, let me just Google it. The month system, because they've got their own month system in packed time. But it's all 24 hours in a day, 12 months. It's just. I've just typed in month system and not Starfinder, so I'm just getting information on actual.
It goes January 1st, idiot.
It's you're in Gosran. Is the month.
Well, I
And-
left on the 2nd, and the journey took 6 days. So it's the 8th of Gosran.
322. 321.
321.
And that's what date is it?
It is the 12th of Gosran, 322.
Oh, Simon, you sneaky ratty bastard.
I saw the moment that Simon figured that out. It was great. It was great. I enjoyed seeing it.
Wait, are you absolutely sure? 8th of Gosran, 321.
Well, it was 6 days in the drift, so
Yep, okay.
the ship left on the 2nd. So
Just stay here for a moment. I'm gonna go and talk to Corey. Just hold on.
okay, I'll just stay here.
I'm gonna pat her off.
Corey, she's a ghost. She's been dead for a year, Corey.
Go on.
Well, I asked her what the date was, and she said it was Gosran 321. It was a year ago. I think she must have died in some kind of space-based accident. Maybe it was the Fed. Okay. And then she's just been thinking it's that year for ever since.
I've just
talking
realised
to ghosts.
I've got the dates slightly wrong. It also applies. 322 is the year you think it is. It's 323.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
I should have said that. I did.
N plus
I
one,
looked at my
everyone
notes
at
wrong.
home.
Yeah.
Feel free to comment about that in the YouTube
Yeah,
comments.
please do.
Like,
Yeah.
Make sure
Just-
you drive
Just
that
make sure
engagement.
you go, Emily, what an idiot. Like, why would you read your notes that way?
It's really emotive language. That's the
Yeah.
really important thing.
Dark. What?
Okay. Look, I'm gonna sit down. Snikt. What are you talking about?
I think that Thaliana's a ghost. Do you have any salt? Wait, I must have salt on me somewhere.
I'm gonna get
You absolutely have
I have
salt.
like
you have
10 salt packets.
You have the packets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. If I draw a circle around her, maybe we can trap her. Okay. Right.
So,
Here,
okay,
take these
why-
salt
why you're
packets.
I'm just gonna throw the salt packets at him.
Damn it! Stop throwing salt at me, Jesus! Look, stop. Okay, wait, Snikt. You're telling me she told you that she thinks it's a year ago.
Yes.
How long does she think How long does she think she was in the drift?
Well, she thought she was in the drift for 3 days.
But she's been in the drift for a lot longer than that. Like a year.
At least a year.
Does that make sense to me? Fate Weaver. Is that the amount of time it takes to get from?
Yeah. So to get to Absalom from anywhere in the Pact World system is in game mechanics it's 1d6 -1 or +1. 1d6 basically days. So 3 days to 6 days would be perfectly normal.
I meant in terms of years. If you were traveling outside the drift.
It would take long. It would be about 3 years to get to Absalom from Traxxas.
So this doesn't make any sense to me. So she thinks it's. Wait, she thinks she's been in the drift for 6 days, and that's brought her here, which would be totally fine if the drift was working, which it's not.
And it would also be fine if a ship was here this morning, which apparently it wasn't.
which is definitely not. We can all attest to that, Snikt. But also, she can't. If she had travelled, left the time she thought she'd left, the date, the time, and travelled here, she would still not be here.
I'll be honest with you, you lost me somewhere midway through that sentence.
As you have this conversation, and you watch Snikt's face just get more and more confused, and Corey's drunken brain go in even more circles. Thali, you are standing, sort of looking out.
Find a little concrete step to sit down on. I'm going to pull out the little toy, and I'm just going to twirl and watch the little shuttles.
Yeah, it lights as you press the little button. The center of the station lights up, and you see all these little the little ribbons with the little spaceships fly out, and it starts spinning round, and it's quite calming pattern. And with that, we will take a little break, and we'll see you all back here in a couple of minutes. Nice. Don't go anywhere, or do. I don't control you. Just this lot.
That's what she wants you to think.
So, where were we? Oh, can we have some music?
This is
can't
by John
just
Cage.
have music. You can.
I summon. Fate weave the music into existence. There it is. Ooh, thank you. So, where were we? You were all in Little Akaton, taking a look around, trying to find the Pathfinder, the ship that Thali arrived on Absalom Station on. And there seems to have been some kind of confusion with Thali and dates. And I mean that in game, but also out of game. I just want to clarify, because I messed up the dates a little bit. But Thali, you believe you arrived on Absalom Station on the 8th of Gosran, 322. Corey, Snikt, you both know that it is currently the 12th of Gosran, 323. And I will say the other thing that is very common knowledge is on the 10th of Gosran, 322, was when the drift crashed. So 2 days after Thali believes she arrived on Absalom Station.
So
we join as... yes.
Wait, Thali has...
This wasn't meant to be the difficult bit.
Yeah, I know, it's just like...
Thali thinks it's a
level
year...
3, the player himself becomes judge.
Yeah, stage 3, yeah. Stage 4 is the player himself, yeah.
So Thali has travelled through the drift at a time when that was possible. If she did indeed arrive on the 8th of Gosran, 322.
Correct.
But then there is a year that is unaccounted for. I realise that I'm kind of spelling this out, but there's a year that's unaccounted for.
Yeah.
Up until now.
Yes.
But Thali has never mentioned this. Fine. Great.
Correct.
Oh,
okay, so we join as Thali has sat down on a little concrete step and is looking at this little toy that she has of Absalom Station. It's got little planes, little spaceships spinning around it, and lots of flashing lights. And I'll say, Corey, Snikt, you see Thali sort of sitting and staring at this little toy.
What do we do with a ghost? Like, who do we talk to?
I think before we go straight to Ghost, let's rule some other things out first. But good call on the Salt Snake. Could rely on you for that.
Yes.
Now, she says she arrived here on the 8th, 322, correct?
Yeah, that's what she said.
She said that.
Yeah.
Let's go through this again. Now, what's next? What happened on the 10th of Gosran, 322?
What didn't happen? Well, that was when the deep state frayed their hand and the drift stopped working. Or it started working as intended.
This is my head.
Okay, drift travels couldn't happen anymore on the 10th.
Can't we just say, yes, thank you. Okay, drift, which means that she's been here for a year. She's been here on Absalom Station for a year. If those dates match up. But she's not told us that. Do you notice anything off about her? Does she have a lump on her head or something?
Snikt, make a sense motive check for me.
Okay. Bump on head was, funnily enough, where I was going. Sense motive, yeah?
Yeah.
That is a 21.
Ooh, I was going to give you a joke answer if she's got ears, like wolfy ears. But you haven't noticed anything weird about her. Like, she doesn't look like there's anything wrong. She hasn't been acting as if she's hiding something. She seems to genuinely believe what she's told you about the year that it is.
Okay. I mean, I've not noticed anything particularly unusual. I mean, she seems to think what she's saying.
Do you know what this means then, Snikt?
She is a ghost.
The mystery. The mystery isn't the ship. The mystery is the girl. But I don't know what else. That's it. I mean, I've burned out. I'm done.
We don't know anyone else who's seen her on the station, do we? Wait, no, we do.
Wait, we do. Shirley, I've tattooed Shirley.
You're gonna have to give her a call back.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Sonia.
Oh God, no!
Sonia.
You're
talking
talking
Sonia.
about Sonia. I swore I'd never go there again.
She's the only other person who has spoken to her that we know for sure.
Oh God.
It's the perfect time to call her. You've had a couple of drinks.
We certainly started with a couple of drinks. That's for sure.
Exactly,
I was
you're in the zone.
Do you date, Snikt?
He definitely shifts somewhat uncomfortably on his rat feet.
It's difficult around the work, you know, boss. It's we take up a lot of the time with the agency, and it's just I don't have the time for it.
Well, Snikt, then let me just give you a little tasty little piece of advice.
Uh-huh.
When you have to leave from a rendezvous through a window at speed, then calling back is something that should be done when never. You should never do that.
But I call the office back all the time.
Yeah. I think at this point, like Corey definitely has a meter that fills every time he talks to Snikt, right?
And it's getting close to the top,
Yeah. I think at this point he just okay, all right, yes, fine. And I'll just start walking over to them.
Okay.
Can I just ask, how long has it been? How long was the taxi ride? How long have we been doing this?
Oh, the taxi ride was, I mean, the station's only 5 miles wide, so not very long. So you did proper day drinking here. So it's about 2:00 now. So yeah, you've had about half an hour since you had the last drink. Yeah.
And I've been up since for about 30 hours now.
Oh yeah, you're tired. Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
And you're sure this character isn't based on everyone I knew at university?
Thaliana.
Hi, Second Lieutenant Vandalier.
Thaliana, you can call me Corey for now.
Here
but
as
only
well?
for now. And obviously on board ship you would still call me Second Lieutenant.
So if we're on a station, I can call you Corey.
Unless the station is in fact a ship, which does happen.
Okay. Right.
Now, we're going to go and see. Oh God. I need to ask you a difficult question. Can you tell me what you were doing in the time it took for you to get from the ship to our offices?
I guess so. I bought this for my little nibbling Laurie, because I thought he might like it. He's 2.5, and I thought it was cute, and it wasn't very expensive.
Or did you say nibbling?
I said nibbling.
Is that a term that I would recognise?
Yeah, nibbling is niece and nephew, but not
That's
gendered.
just an Earth thing. That's not a
Is
Triaxis thing. That's just
Yeah.
I have never
Nibbling.
heard that before.
If you don't want to say niece or nephew, you say nibbling.
Every day is a school day.
Yeah.
So I thought he'd like
RPGeeks.
it. I thought it was cute, and then I had to go to Eyes Wide. I wanted to get to Eyes Wide, and it was so grand and beautiful, and it had these steps, and your place is nice too, of course. So then I was at Eyes Wide, then she gave me your card, and then I got on a taxi and I said, I showed him the card with the little address on. And
He
then
looked
that
very
cost-
very confused as to why you'd want to go there when you gave him the card.
It cost 2 credits to get to you.
But they.
I'm going to say, Thali,
Too subtle.
Thali, make a bluff check. Corey, make a sense motive check.
Oh.
Ooh. Roll off.
Okay.
You've got -4, I believe, or -2. Just -2. No, -4.
-4.
-4.
That's a 5. Oh, maybe I get some. Hang on, I get some bonuses.
Yeah, whatever. Still add whatever you have.
Yeah.
I rolled a
Okay.
10. So.
I rolled a 9. That's including bonuses.
Okay.
If you weren't drunk.
She makes sense. That's what she's saying. She seems to believe it.
Oh God. Well, you know what this means, right? I'm gonna have to call Sylvie. Say Sylvia. It's Sylvia. Well, I'm gonna call Sylvia.
Who's Sylvia?
I call whoever it is. Is she called Sylvia?
I thought that was act drunk.
But I'm going to say, in your phone, you do have someone called Sylvia. So, and I'm going to ask you to roll a d20 as a luck check as to whether that is Sonia or whether that is someone else.
Everyone in Corey's phone is
What's wrong
just
with
like.
these dice?
What was the number?
It's a 4.
It's a 4. Cool. You hear, hello?
Hello.
This is Sylvia.
Oh,
Is that
she's not
Corey?
home. Sylvia's not home, is she?
No, I'm
This is
Sylvia. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
We met at the training for the stewards.
Did we?
Yes.
It was a wild night.
No,
Really wild.
not a night, just a day. I thought you were very nice.
I was. Was I? Oh God.
Can I help you, Corey? It's lovely to hear from you.
It's thanks, Sylvia. So lovely to hear from you as well. Look, we've just met a lovely young woman by the name of Thaliana, and I was wondering if you could just tell me when you met her.
Corey, I don't know anyone called Thaliana.
You don't know anyone called Thaliana?
No, I read about one in a book once.
Good, brilliant. Tell you what, can you text me that story, because I have to
Yes.
right now. But
Yes,
thank
great.
you so
Wait.
much.
Yes, I'll do it right now. Okay. Yes.
Thank you so
I'll
much.
text it
Right.
to you.
I'm going to
Bye.
carefully. Okay, goodbye. I'm going to delete that number, and then I'm going to. I'm going to.
I choose to believe that everyone in Corey's phone book is just like deep pockets, big ears, blue hair. Like it's just descriptions of people. It's not actually their names.
Or like dates and places.
Dates and places,
Yeah.
and do not answer as some of them. And
some of them are like red.
I have people in my phone that are met in. It'll just be a club name and do not answer as names in my phone from back in the day, shall we say?
Still there.
Yeah.
Okay, I will. Can I just take 10 to just sit down and try and work out who I was supposed to be calling?
You absolutely can take the 10. And I'll assume you maybe speak to Thaliana, and she goes, oh, I think her name was Sonia.
During this time, Snikt is surreptitiously trying to pass solid objects through Thaliana.
Are you trained in sleight of hand?
As a matter of fact, I am.
Great. Make a sleight of hand check. And Thali, make a perception check.
I rolled a 14.
Oh, I rolled a 16.
Okay, Thali, he is trying to push like packets of salt. You feel like a slight nudge in your bag, and you turn around to see Snikt just pushing a packet of salt against your clothes.
You all right, Mr. Snikt?
Oh, yeah, nothing at all. Just checking a few things. That's all. You passed. Don't worry, you passed this one.
Oh, if you need any help, Fruby's always available to.
Yeah,
to
look at
help you out.
Fruby. I mean, Fruby did the whole thing with going through the bull field, but what else does Fruby do?
Oh,
Fruby
Fruby does
do.
all sorts. I sort of adapted him. He was started off. Well, we have
Ruby.
we have all different robots around the farm. Did you know we're a fully organic farm? That means we try not to use, well, there are certain things we don't use, but robots are fine, because none of the rich folks mind if you use robots for, like, pest control and that. So if Ruby can...
Pest control?
Fruby.
Yeah. Like keeping the birds off the fruit and things like that.
You see, like, the pistols slowly raise from Fruby.
I think at this time
there's
you'll...
no birds here, Ruby. It's okay.
Ruby.
They're not real.
I'll be calling Sonia.
Okay, yeah. Hello. Hi. This is Sonia speaking. How can I help you?
Sonia.
Corey! Hi. I didn't think you were gonna call. I thought I'm going into Thaliana's accent, and that's not my accent. I'm a generic American. Hey Corey, how you doing?
Sonia, so good to talk to you.
You too.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
It has. You didn't call back, and
Oh, I did.
I didn't have your number, so.
No, it must have come up as forbidden number or one of those numbers.
Oh, right.
One of that. Yes.
Right.
So sometimes my phone does that. It's a phone thing. I don't get it. But
It's lovely to hear from you. So, do you want to maybe go grab a drink sometime, or dinner, or we could go to the Click Clack Club, or
we could go to the Click Clack Club. That's where we first met and only met, right?
Right.
Right. Look, I have a question. Actually, just wanted that was a good O, right? It sounded like a good O.
Yeah. Happily answer.
Excellent. Now, did you, in your professional capacity, for being very professional,
right? Aswad, yeah.
Yes, Aswad, very, very professional, really, really professional. We've all heard about it. So
thanks.
Did you run into a
the Reforian? Oh, did she come to you? She seemed real nice.
Yeah, well, I'm sure she would be if I knew her, but I didn't. Anyway, so did you... This Reforian...
Right.
When did you see her?
Oh, just this morning. And she clearly delivered the message, so that's great.
I don't know anything about a message. No,
well, you called, so and you hadn't. So wait, you just called without anything to do with her?
That's me.
That's really sweet, Corey. Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm a good guy.
You are a good guy. So drink tomorrow evening?
That works for me.
Click Clack Club. 8 p.m. You can maybe come back to mine after. You can leave via the door this time if you want.
Oh, that's more of a lifestyle choice. I normally.
Oh.
Yeah, but maybe I'll try the door this time.
Sounds fun.
I'm sure it will be. Okay, so Click Clack Club, 8 o'clock.
Tomorrow.
See you then.
See you then.
Lots of. Bye.
What? Oh. Cuts out.
Okay, I'll go back to Snikt. Snikt, can I just have a quick word?
Yes, boss.
Okay. I'll relay all of that information. I'll start relaying the thing about Sylvia, and then I'll stop talking about that, and then I'll start talking about Sonia. And my point being essentially that, yes, so she was at Eyes Wide this morning. So she thinks she got off the ship. There is a gap of roughly a year in which time the drift crisis happened, and then she turns up at Eyes Wide Shut.
And I've been pushing things into her, and she isn't a ghost. Or a very clever ghost. We should always keep that as a possibility.
What a great giggle from Ali there, sorry.
It took a year to get from the docks to Eyes Wide. She must be so tired she hasn't slept that entire time.
And at some point, the drift crisis happened. Now, let's just think. I can't think. I need another drink.
Oh my my God.
Oh, can you? Okay.
Oh no.
So you know the bars around this entire station, and quite close to Little Acton, I think, I'm not sure, it might not be, is a neighborhood called Fogtown. And Fogtown is filled with this gas to make citizens of planets that are mainly like gas giants who live there. It's a place for them to go. But if you don't breathe gas as your sort of regular air supply, you can put a deposit down and get one of these sort of gas masks. And
What did I say? Before the campaign started, I wanted to bring scuba gear, and you laughed at me.
You did say that.
You did.
He wanted to spend his money on scuba gear.
God damn it!
I said you could, but you chose.
You
not
said
to.
oh, sure you can if you want.
Yeah, but wait, at this point, I don't think you were getting any weapons or any armor or anything. You just wanted scuba gear. But anyway, everyone can rent them as you go into Fogtown. And there is a bar in there called the Heated Engine. It's a bit of a dive, but it's always busy and got a good, loud atmosphere.
The engine. Let's go to the engine. It's not far from here.
So as you go, you walk down some side roads. You leave the docks, start heading down one of the arms.
How much is rental of these masks?
It's one. No, let's say it's 5 credits, but it's deposit, so you get it back when you bring the mask back.
Okay.
So per mask, and you get basically there's a big, almost steampunk style door. It's got like a porthole in it, and a big wheel to open it, and a tall Vesk stands there, sort of arms crossed, and goes, "Would you like to enter Fogtown?"
Out of the way, Scaly. I'm coming in whether you like it or not.
no.
All right, sir. I'm gonna need you to calm down. I'm just in charge of the masks. Would you like a mask to go in?
Yes.
Because you died
Right.
probably if you didn't take one. So
I knew that.
That's what they want you to think.
has he been drinking?
He's
not
had one or
been
two,
drinking
but
it,
he's
I
a
can
professional. He's fine. He's fine.
Look, nothing to do with me. Look, for 3 masks. Does your robot need one?
No, Ruby's fine.
Ruby. Right, fine. That's 15 credits. You'll get it back on return of the mask.
That's a business expense, right, Corey? That's the company checking account, right?
So, just about that, Snikt. The company checking account, I don't know what's happened, but I think there's been some moving around of funds. Anyway, it's empty, so don't charge anything to that account. But we can pay it from the money that we just got from Gloria. No, what?
Gloria.
Shebel. Aubrey. And then I'm through.
Stunning. You take the things. They scan a credit. So, someone mark off the 15, which you will get back.
I've got it.
if you-
I do not have that much money.
Great. And you enter into Fogtown, and it is just this sort of thick mist. It's like this grey-blue mist, but you can see like lights shining through, and you can see lamps that light the way along the road, and there's strips on the floor. And Corey, you know the way, and you lead them round the corner and into the Heated Engine, which absolutely lives up to its name. It is this stifling hot, noisy, it's all lit by like angry red neon signs, and you can patrons are like slamming glasses together in cheers and toasts, doing shots, packed tables. There is a Yosoki bartender, like throwing drinks on trays from behind a long counter, like sliding stuff down the bar. Yes. Corey.
I just wanted to ask a question. Totally, like, obviously, I just wondered if would it make sense if they were like shishas, like big hookahs? Is that how you drink?
That is absolutely yes. That is exactly what it is. I love that. Thank you. And so yeah, there are
plug
sort
the
of
shisha into like your gas mask.
you've got a little
the whole thing fills up.
like a little thing on the side, and you plug it in, because these masks, they are basically, you can see your face through them, and then there's sort of like a little tube that sort of feeds to a filter at the back, and they're like a bubble, like a sort of triangular shaped bubble around your face, and then there is a little valve where you can stick in this shisha pipe to drink / smoke, and
Awesome.
yes, so you enter into the Heated Engine.
Very quickly. Very, very quickly, Thaliana is bright red in the face and just sweating fucking bucket.
That's true.
Right.
I didn't.
Oh yeah.
She is not having
Yes.
a good time.
Right, let's
Like,
get this.
She was pretty fucking sweaty the whole time you've known her, like, and
It's-
slightly flushed, and this is just like literal
Let's just find the
all
actual.
the time because I'm not enjoying.
What is it, Thaliana? Have you spotted the marshals?
I'm going to say it's not quite severe enough for you to have to be making any saves yet, but if you stay here for probably longer than an hour, you're going to have to start making your fortitude saves. Okay? But at the moment, you can kind of handle it and sort of breathe through it. Fruby.
Are there stewards?
order-
What's wrong? You look really sweaty.
It's like a sauna in here.
Oh, it's. I mean, are you all kind of people you not deal well with changes in temperature? You're so cute. We can deal with anything.
Triaxis is in winter. It's been in winter for hundreds of years.
Ah. Yeah. It's a shame about that, really. Don't think I could deal with a planet where it's always winter.
Oh, after a while it'll become summer again, but
No. It used to become summer after everything that's happened. I don't think summer's ever going to come back.
oh, all right. It's very warm.
While this is happening, I will order 3 more think juices, the strongest they've got.
Great.
Juice.
They're called Smoky Mo's, and they pass over 3 sort of shishas. In fact, it's one big shisha with 3 pipes coming out of it that you can plug into your masks. It's got sort of a, I'll say like a grey-green sort of liquid bubbling inside it.
Lovely. Okay, right.
I need fluid. I'm gonna get dehydrated. I'm down in it. I'm so thirsty.
Excellent.
That means
You breathe in and suddenly the water just it like the gas and the water, it kind of like you get almost condensation on the inside of your mask, and it sort of drips down.
Okay, right. Let's. Okay.
You do see at the back of the room there's quite a boisterous group of shippers, and they're sort of covered in like engine grease and sort of singe masks, and they're all wearing like boiler suits, and they say derelict salvage on the back.
okay, so
It's a symbol of a starship that's been torn in half, in case that doesn't mean
it's
anything
not
to me.
Galarian's hope then.
It's not Galarian's hope.
don't, not even as a joke, Snikt. It's still raw.
We'll get her back one day.
We will.
She's still good. She's just a little blown in pieces. That's all.
just God, sometimes I over up to you, and this is you just let it go, just leave it.
Boss,
Happen.
Cora, I'd never want to do anything to hurt you. You know that, right?
I just okay.
You have a smoke. So, Thaliana. So let me get this straight. Right.
Takes out a cigarette, bashes it against the mask.
So, dong.
Nothing.
You got off the ship this morning, yeah? Bonk. And
Right?
you then went straight to Eyes Wide. And there's nothing that happened on that journey that was at all unusual.
Don't really remember.
Think really hard. Like, really squint your eyes. Do that thing where, you can almost see the images in front of you. Cast your mind back.
I remember arriving at Eyes Wide, and it was where I'd come to look for. Like, I came all this way to find Eyes Wide.
Thali, make a sense motive check.
Oh, can I? Oh yeah, okay.
14.
You don't really remember from buying the toy to getting to Eyes Wide? You know you must have got there. You must have walked, maybe. It's that you were in the arms and the ring. The ring which leads to the arms. It makes sense, but
That's where I was going. Maybe I got it. I either walked or got it. I don't remember.
Starfinder
Okay, which
question. Is there a mechanic or an item that we could use to extract memories or, work out something that's happened?
not that springs to mind. Okay. You have basic computer stuff, so you can look up things. But
and you look over, you see Corey has somehow got a cigarette within the mask, and it is smoking. It's just sticking out of his. Thaliana. Could we have a look at your fruit bot?
Ruby.
Yeah, I don't know how he's gonna do in this heat, because he weren't designed for these kind of conditions, even in the
You
greenhouse.
see
It's still
a little
cold.
fan comes out of Ruby's head and just starts spinning.
Could you cycle back through the memory of your fruit bot? Does it have a GPS, any sort of location?
It doesn't have any location tracking or sort of memory bank data. He's a pretty basic fruit bot.
Ruby doesn't really store data. It's not that kind of a. I adapted him from a one of the fruit robots, and
Ruby.
he'll do all sorts, and he's pretty smart in terms of doing stuff and following instructions and stuff, but
Ruby.
Hang on,
not
the-
so much in terms of sensors and data collection and that.
Hang on. The government at this wretched station, bonk, 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 bonk. They love their surveillance. Surely, if we go back and look through the footage, we can find out where you went from when you
Why
died.
do you
That
need
footage
to
is
know
from a
where
year
I
ago.
went? What was from a year ago?
Okay, Thaliana, bonk. I don't know how to tell you this, but you may or may not be a ghost.
Oh,
And the reason I think that is because you thought that it's about a year ago. The date isn't the... Hang on, she said the 11th?
She said the 8th.
Sorry, she said the 8th, yeah. You said it was the 8th of Godsran 322, yep.
right.
Well, it ain't. It's the 12th of Godsran 323.
It's next year.
Well, that's this year.
Would I? Oh, can I? Sorry. Sorry. You finished that thought, but then I want to ask.
And, well, I mean, the purpose of that was just, And we think that something must have happened in the past year. You must have been somewhere, because you remember being on the ship. And I believe you, don't let me wrong. I believe you.
Oh, good. Okay, you believe me.
And you were eyes wide this morning, and you were us this morning. But, bonk, something must have happened in between you arriving here and you getting to us. Something doesn't sound right. We're
Are
going to
you
work out
saying
what it is.
A year went by and I didn't notice?
Well, that's a possibility.
Would Corey know if you go into the drift, and if you were in the drift crisis, do people lose their memory?
Make a culture for me.
Has that been known to happen?
Make a culture check.
Oh, fucking drunk.
Oh yeah, and you
if
are.
it isn't the consequences
are-
of my own actions.
Wasted.
All right, 15.
Oh, and actually, I am going to get you all to make fortitude saves again after this.
gonna say,
15. You've not heard of it. No, I mean, people have been spat out in the drift in all manner of weird places. There are strange places that can mess with time within the universe, just in the manner of space-time being a bit weird in and of itself. If someone was in the drift crisis and ended up, on the edge of a black hole, for example, and then they arrive back, it might be a different time. But you haven't heard of anyone specifically losing their memory.
And the timeline is such that she has arrived on Absalom Station, then there has been the drift crisis, and then she has gone to Eyes Wide.
Correct.
Are you saying I left Triaxis over a year ago?
Based on what you told us, yes. You seem to think it's a year ago and that it's only taken 3 days to get here. But it's a year later.
I should call.
Have,
I need to talk to my family.
have a drink right before you do that, possibly. It might steady
Yeah.
yourself.
Everyone having a drink,
I have a
make a
second
fortitude
I
save.
just had 2 in one go, so
Okay, so hang on. Right, so you two are at stage 1 still.
yeah.
So let's do you two first. Both of you make fortitude saves.
I just rolled an 8.
Okay, that's fail.
I rolled an
it's not
natural
high.
20.
You succeed, so you just stay where you are in stage 1.
Just 2 drunk detectives.
Fortitude saves.
It's so hammered, yeah.
Oh, yeah, so that's fine. And then, okay, so you have gone into stage 2 now.
Yep.
Snikt. So now make another fortitude save. Your DC is only 12.
I rolled a nat 20.
Cool. So you're fine. So you're in stage 2. So
And my second one was a 17.
you have minus
so
2 to all mental stuff, and your second one was 17. So you're still fine. You're still in stage 1. Corey, these must make. Oh gosh. Okay. Right. Here we go. Make another fortitude for me.
Ill.
That's 14.
14
Do I-
succeeds, so you
I
stay in
lose
stage
any-
3. No, you stay in stage 3. Yeah.
So straight fortitude. I don't have to
Or
manage
lose
anything off that or
consciousness or
anything.
blackout. Negatives -2. Oh, anyway, yeah. Okay. No, you're fine. So you're still standing, and
a
these
close
drinks
one.
aren't as strong as the tiger bombs.
Not if you only drink one of them.
Yeah. So you've had 2 extras, but you're still you two are. So we've got stage 3, stage 2, stage 1. Lovely. Perfect. This is insane. I love drinking games in TCRPGs. They're so silly. Right. Where were we? So yes.
Yeah, Thali was saying she might want to call her
Oh.
family.
So you would know, Corey, Snikt, there isn't really system-wide communication. People use the drift to send messages to each other, which is basically like sending a letter through the drift.
Yeah.
So there isn't to send a message that way. It would be potentially weeks before to send it out like the like a radio wave kind of idea. It's going to be weeks before it reaches Triaxis, but that would probably be the quickest way, unless you try and go in the drift, which
I'm so
Danger.
sorry. I don't think you're going to be able to do that. You see, the messages that you would send are sent by the drift, and in the time that you don't remember, the drift has ceased to function. You're alone here, I'm afraid.
I told them I'd just be gone a couple of weeks. I got this toy for Lori, and now he's not even the same age he was when I left. And how long will it take me to get back?
Well, with the state of the drift being what it is, never.
Oh, wouldn't advise it.
But that's my home, and where do they think I've been? Where do they think? I never left Grenlock before, see? Never, and I thought it'd be exciting. I'm kind of feel like I'm kind of old, and I never even went anywhere, so I thought, hey, go on a trip and see something different. And I'm sorry.
you watch as Fruby is kind of just goes Fruby, and the telescopic legs sort of start retracting, and he just sort of shrinks down a little bit.
Fruby. I got Fruby here.
Fruby.
Well, things happen in life that we don't always plan.
I'm sorry. This is not. This is just a lot to take in, and everything will be fine. It's just a little bit confusing, because I just got here and now it's everything's changed and I didn't know. So, gosh, it's just a bit peculiar, and I'm sure it'll all be good, but
Well, something is off. I smell a rat, and I don't mean me. There's something else happening here. We're going to get to the bottom of it.
Now,
sure.
can you think of? Well, okay. Let's just go from the start. You see a woman with a smudged face in a place where there shouldn't be smudged people. You get on a ship to come to a detective agency to discover what is happening with the smudged ship face person. Do you know who might anyone have thought you were coming? Let's just say, for example, I don't want to put aspersions. What if the smudge-faced people person doesn't want to know and he doesn't want people investigating the smudgeness of the faces?
Well, she looked kind of. She didn't look scary or nothing, or like she was trying to hide because she touched me. But I told people about it. Obviously, I tried to tell Mr. Fortnum, and he didn't listen. And I think he told Miss Bertrand, and then they went on a business trip or something. And I told Bryony all about it, and I told my family all about it. But
Okay. Wait.
sorry, I'm sorry.
Fortune and Bertram.
Yeah.
Fortune and Bertram.
Fortnum, like
Fortnum.
Fortnum and Bertram. Fortnum and Bertram.
Bertram.
Do those names ring any bells?
Andy.
Have we ever heard of Fortune?
Oh no, it wasn't. It was Bermond. I'm so
it's
sorry.
I was gonna say it's
Bermond.
Bermond, but we can say Bertram if you want.
It
But
is
it's Bermond. It's
It's
Bermond.
Bermond. It's
Miss
Miss
Bermond.
Bermond.
Make a culture check for
Can I
me.
just Fortune and I was looking at something whilst you said
It's
that.
Fortnum and Bermond.
And those are what? I beg your pardon.
I haven't said.
She hasn't said.
I've just been babbling names at you.
Okay, good. I was looking at a list of things like planets, and I was like, oh shit, I think I missed something important.
And Brian.
Charmony's backstory.
I got a family tree going on here. There's a lot of people
Christ, I
involved.
cannot believe this drunkenness thing. It's fucking crippling.
You've done it to yourself,
I love
I'm
it.
enjoying this a lot.
Anakin.
Every episode we're going to learn about one new mechanic, and today is the drunk mechanic.
Okay, it's still 18.
Okay, yeah, I'm afraid you don't recognise those names at all.
Okay. And who were these people?
Okay, well, I wrote it all down in my statement, but after Ms. Rennell sold the Grenlock Laguna Beach, and then it became Abundance, Mr. Fortnum and Ms. Berman, they are in charge now. They run it, you know?
Just point of order. They were in charge before.
No, they were. I did wonder whether it's just the ownership has changed.
Yeah.
Okay, scratch that. Well, Mr. Fortnum and Miss Berman, they run the spa, basically. They have done for years, even before it was Abundance.
Oh, sorry. Come on.
Oh, and Bryony's receptionist. And my family, we're from Crestwell Organic Farm. We
And this
organic products.
business trip.
Bryony said, Bryony said they left in an awful hurry, and she reckoned they were going to go try and find Ms. Rennell, but I don't know why, because Ms. Rennell sold the company about a year back. I guess 2 years back from now, because now's a year in the future. And Mr. Fortnum were being real strange about it all. I was trying to tell him, and I just, he wouldn't listen to me. About the lady with the smudged face, you know? He wouldn't listen to me at all, and he told me to go away, and he told me not to come back, and you know, my mom and dad were worried about losing the contract, so that's why I came here.
And you said you put this all in your statement.
Yeah, I wrote it all down.
And who did you give the statement to?
Well, no one. That's why I had to come here, because they already left. Well,
Right.
I gave it to Bryony, but...
So you gave the statement to Bryony, the receptionist
Sure.
at Abundance.
Yeah, I tried to, but... Yeah.
Do you remember at all where they were going? I understand they were trying to find
Well,
Miss Rennell,
no,
but do you
that's
know
the
where
thing,
the ship
is
was
that-
going?
I thought maybe they were coming here. Well, not here, to Eyes Wide. I thought, well, if I were looking for someone, I'd go to Eyes Wide, because they're the best in the... They're one of the well-known detective agencies in the...
They're not actually that well known, but you know.
Can I do a sense motive? Can I
Yeah,
tell if this
yeah.
is the truth? That's a 14.
She seems to be telling the truth. Yeah.
Does anybody else? I'm sorry. Go on.
No, you go.
Nope, it's completely irrelevant.
That's why I came here, and I thought maybe Eyes Wide is already investigating, or maybe someone's already investigating, or maybe it's all tied up with something else and they know about it. You know, maybe people already are have a case that's related, and I just thought someone ought to be looking into it, because I'm worried about the lady with the smudged face.
I just to hear me say first Sonia, now this. All roads lead to Rome. I don't even know where that expression comes from.
There's a place called Rome on Castrovel, where
in the middle.
Yeah, it's right in the middle, and basically, like, whenever a ship, it's kind of like Absalom but for Castrovel, and it just sort of is almost like a well, and people just always seem to end up there. It's weird.
I don't see any way out of this, Snikt.
I mean, there's so many different questions at once. We need a board. Have you got any red string on you?
You know, Snikt, for once, I actually agree with you. And I'm going to take a big, of the drink.
Great. I'm gonna say you don't. You don't. This is still the same drink. You don't need to roll another one.
Okay.
You're not right
now. Does anybody else get this when you literally hear a voice in your head shouting the word clue? Like it's just clue.
Do you still think that the building what I saw in the drift could be a clue too?
Let's just we'll put it on the board.
It'll go on the board. Trust me, nothing will be missed that'll go on the board. They're a specialty of mine. I've got shares in the board making company.
I think we're gonna go home, but it seems like Eyes Wide is where we're going to have to turn our gaze.
They wouldn't talk to me at all. They wouldn't tell me about any of their other clients, and they said they didn't have anyone free to take on a new case or nothing.
It's suspicious. It's suspicious, Snikt.
Never trust them. Never trusted anyone from Eyes Wide.
Okay.
Right,
well,
let's go.
We've got to get back.
Okay.
Snikt is absolutely gonna try and jump out of a window, bounce off because they're hard.
I was gonna say the glass is quite tough in here, so yeah. I was gonna say, but you've got the mask on, so you kind of just bounce straight back. And as you drag Snikt out of the bar,
Not the tail!
And
Get off the tail!
Head back through Fogtown. Are you handing back in your masks?
Yes.
Yeah, so you get your 15. You get your 15 credits back, and I'll say.
Actually, no. Snikt is going to hold on to his.
Snikt's going to hold on. So I'm going to
take
say,
it off, but put it in the.
Yeah, make
a.
What's it called? Sleight. Oh, it's sleight of hand. Yeah, sleight of hand. Yeah.
That's 11.
Okay, it wasn't hard anyway because they're used to people stealing it. They don't really care. But you see Snikt with this big bulge under his coat, which is very clearly the mask. As you leave Fogtown, and I'll say you quite happily you return the other two, and the vest goes, "What happened to your mask?"
The mask? You didn't give me a mask.
Oh, I forget sometimes. All right.
It was pretty hard to breathe in there, but don't worry about it. It's fine, mate. Don't worry.
And I'll say you get in a. Do you want to get in a cab? I assume you're pretty far.
No time to waste.
Two credits, someone, and you get back to Eyes Shut. And are you letting Thali straight into the room?
I think. Well, yeah. I'm hammered. We've got
feel
the
like
scent of a mystery.
Corey would absolutely let Thaliana in first, and then Snikt bursts through underneath and is tearing down papers, tidying things up, stuffing them into envelopes.
Thali, you see a lot of images of a different Vesk, which with Noodle Man and lots of red string pointing towards on a wall, but Snikt very quickly rips off from the.
It takes another corkboard out from the storage and puts it on top of the existing corkboard.
Yeah, great. I feel like you're going to have to actually make these.
I think we are.
These corkboards.
Patreon content.
Sounds like good Patreon content.
Yeah, I'll pour myself another drink and sit down.
Good, roll a save.
God's sakes.
12 plus 2.
That's fine. You're good. You're okay.
Is
that with the minus? With your -2?
Oh, 12 plus 2 minus 2, so 12.
Is exactly what you needed. So he's okay. He's drunk, but
handle himself.
Yeah. I'll say the other two of you are kind of dropping back down levels. So
Yay!
but you still reach stage 2, Snikt, so you will still have to roll for a hangover the next day, but that's tomorrow.
Okay.
Thali, you won't, but you're clearing up, so you're kind of losing your
I was only an hour anyway,
your
so
+2. Yeah. Okay, so you are back at Eyes Shut, and I assume you start putting things on boards and start creating this template. At which point, Corey, you hear a little bring, bring, and your comms unit goes off.
Corey at this point is battling sleep hard, so like he's sat down on the bed, slumped side to side. Hello.
Hello. Yes, this is Tyver Vorston from Eyes Wide.
Eyes just look.
And with that, we'll leave it there. And
Timer.
and we'll call it there for today. Thanks, boys and girls. We got to the Thali mystery, which I was hoping,
Hello.
and
We can talk
I
about
enjoyed
that
that
a bit
too.
more in our Patreon.
yes. Sure, the Patreon. Sorry, that Patreon thing. We were going to double tap that. We put it on the table, didn't we? I'm double tapping it.
So, if you would like to support us and the work that we do, if you think this is good, and why wouldn't you, then you can support us at... Ali, what is the URL of our Patreon?
Nice. I don't know.
Patreon.com/RPGeeks D&D.
Like
Literally,
everything
you
else.
made... Yes, patreon.com/RPGeeks and you can support us at a variety of levels, and you get some stuff back at each one of those levels. Bates, what do they get at the base level of geekery?
Oh boy,
I can tell
what
you,
do
I
you
made
get? Oh, okay. Well, Ali, go ahead.
Ali,
Go on.
why
You
don't you
do
tell
the
us?
you do the base level, and we'll
my
take
God,
it in turns.
This site is not as responsive as I remember.
You know what they get? They get to see our actual character sheets with all the bullshit notes that as we've like been putting together and like trying to understand them, so that when we're in the episode going, well, how do I work out this? They'll be there going like, no, I can see where you're going.
I don't understand. Yeah. You also get a look at Sharmony's top secret notes for each of the episodes, and you'll get a thank you by name in our YouTube description. So.
And as a note, by the way, we do have plans for incorporating Patreon thanks during the streams. It's just that we are pre-recording a load of these because someone has a real job.
Who would do that?
Lame.
Who would try and have money? Go watch Springwatch. Go watch Springwatch. Go watch all the live streams. The live streams are really cool, by the way, and I believe we're doing them from 12 till 10 or 10 till 10 every day, while Springwatch is on air. So that's from the 29th of May through to the 15th of June. You can watch live birds and lizards and lots of cool stuff.
Is it a bit like, you know, in like it's very popular, like slow TV, like when
Very
people
much
like,
so,
put on
yeah.
videos of train rides through Siberia.
Yeah, but it's bird nests,
But,
and
like,
so
you don't
we're
know
going to
what you're
be
gonna see, and then you actually do see things.
So I don't know exactly what the cameras are going to be this time round, but we've got, I believe it's 32 different live cameras on different. Some are on birds' nests, so we'll be watching
Last
for like
time
the
there
fledging and stuff.
There were beavers last time.
There were beavers. I loved the
Beavers.
beavers. The beavers were great.
in the
We had a
UK.
beaver raft with apples on, and they would like try and climb up on this little raft. It was the cutest.
Okay,
But
we're
enough
now
about
fucking-
Springwatch.
Sorry.
Anyway,
At the next level of geekery, you get all of that, and you get access to our post-game chat, where we talk about some stars that we found during our game of Starfinder.
I'm very proud of that.
That
She
was
should be.
great.
Emily Bates should be.
Yeah.
And we will be shouting out patrons at the end of the show once we know who the patrons are, because we are pre-recording this.
Once you if you're on the £5 per month or higher tier, then there's a chance that you will be one of the people that we call out by name and say, hey, you're great, and we'll say nice things about you.
Lovely.
The £10 a month tier.
Let's leave that for next time.
Oh, okay, we'll tell you next time.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
those are
build
the
up
very
to it.
exciting ones.
Yeah, because there are higher tiers. Yeah, let's build up to it. So that is obviously one thing that we're keen to plug, new thing that we're trying. But also, you know, just support us on various social medias if you can, just because any interactions that you do, not hate commenting, thank you, but
Love bombing.
Listen to Simon.
Love bombing.
bombing.
Love bomb us. Yeah.
Any
that'd be great.
interactions helps other people find us. If you think people might like this kind of dramatic, nerdy nonsense, so give us a review and stars on your pod platforms.
Please.
Give us a likes and subscribes on YouTube, and follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. We are at RPGeeksDND. Give us a follow, and it's also good to keep up with the things that we're doing.
It's true.
We will see you here next week on Twitch, if you are on Twitch, with a Science of Starfinder episode. Which we haven't
I won't
decided
be
what will
here.
be in it yet. No, Bates will be on Springwatch. But we're going to drum up some exciting and nerdy science that relates to the campaign.
We can talk about that in the Patreon little mini video. What we're gonna do?
Yes, actually.
Decide on it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you all next week. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
I can find the button.